2025 wasn't a perfect year, but having a visual and written vision for what I wanted made a difference in me actually accomplishing my goals. I'm gonna tell you what worked for me as a mom and gym girl. And then building off of that, we're going through step by step on how to build our goals and vision board so that we don't forget about our goals by February. Welcome back, guys. And this is crazy because we just made it through 2025. Regardless of how good the year was, we can all do better with our goals, and that's exactly what we're going to do in this video. So first things first, we're going to see what worked this last year so that we can build off that in this next year. And make sure you stick to the end to see how I built my vision board and my goal system, because that is the game changer. So let's do a quick recap. I'll put up my 2025 vision board. It was pretty cute and it helped a lot. So the biggest thing that helped for me was putting my end goal over the pain in the moment. What worked for me was coming up with mantras that helped me push through the pain in the moment to accomplish my goals in the end. So for me, those mantras helped me graduate college, have an unmedicated birth. That was the hardest thing I've ever done. Let me know in the comments if you guys want a video of that. Finishing 75 hard, that was pretty crazy. That took a lot of me just biting the bullet and just getting down doing it. And if you're curious about how 75 hard went for me, check out those videos over here. The next thing was sticking to routines. And so what that meant for me was just doing the same thing over and over. And especially with my diet, that was when I was the most successful, was when I stuck to a meal plan. But it also bled over into other parts of my life too. Another thing was doing the important things at the beginning of the day. You're the most fresh in the morning, or at least I am. And that was my peak working time. And so that's when I did my best work at my job. And that's also when I did my workouts. With all that being said, I was by no means perfect, and this is what I failed at. Let's look at the small tweaks so I can do better this coming year. So in my 2025 vision board, I showed a picture of relaxation. This year I'm going to make small adjustments to my current routine by adding in journaling and meditation so that I'm putting relaxation into something I already do, which is my morning routine. Another goal I didn't meet very well was journaling daily. And so what I'm doing instead this year is I'm having a physical journal instead of doing it on my phone. You get distracted. There's so many other things to do on your phone. So this year I actually got a physical journal, and it's just a little tweak. Instead of an electronic journal, go to a physical one or whatever works. So right now just pause the video and write down something that you didn't do super well this year that you want to do better in 2026. Because that's going to be important for the next part of the video when we actually make the vision boards. So now that 2025 is behind us, how in the world are we going to make this next year any better? This is where the goal setting comes in, and I'm going to walk you through it. So first, we need to know where we want to end up at the end of 2026. So to do that, we need to set goals before actually making our vision board. These goals need to be SMART. That means they are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Otherwise, you'll probably forget about them or not achieve the goals. I'll show you some examples of some SMART goals real quick. What we're doing is we're just aiming for 3 to 5 goals. Nothing more than that, and you'll probably get overwhelmed. Goal number 1, I want to get to a specific weight by April 25th. I don't like using weight as a goal because the scale doesn't ultimately matter, but we do want something that's measurable in this case. And I also want to get leaner than I ever have before because I want to compete in a wellness bodybuilding competition, and I want to see how much muscle I need to grow in certain areas. So having a specific goal of where I want to get down to is a tangible goal that is realistic. These next 2 goals are super important to me because they are my why for everything I do. Wow, my throat is so dry. Thanks, Utah. Another goal I have is having 1 learning session per day with Dallin. He's my baby and he loves to play and he's always so curious. So I wanted to think of something that would be meaningful to him and to me to help us bond. I want 15 to 30 minutes per day minimum where I can teach and play with Dallin to really be able to bond with him. Another goal I have is study my scriptures every day for at least 10 minutes, and it's the least I can do to spend time with God every day. And so this is just a small tweak I'm adding into my morning routine, and it's a realistic amount of time no matter how busy life gets, and that's the important thing. Okay, now time for the fun part. Let's build the vision boards. I'm just so excited to show you guys how I came up with my 2026 vision board. Now pay attention to this part and make sure you follow along and build your own. This is how you're gonna stick to your goals this year. Then with each goal, come up with a word that describes it. Now think of 4 to 5 mantras or phrases that are motivating to you, or even simple words. As you guys know, 1 rep at a time is my favorite mantra. We got the content of the vision board figured out. Pick your color palette. So I went for kind of like a beige neutral color palette. But be honest, am I going for the beige mom vibe? And once you have your color palette figured out, then look up a bunch of photos online of the type of aesthetic that you want and find photos that represent all the words and mantras that you came up with. I think I looked up like aesthetic minimalist vision board and that's what came up. I made my own last year, but it definitely took way longer to make and I just wanted to get mine done this year. Now, once you have the photos, once you have your layout kind of figured, you're just gonna drag and drop your photos into the template. I tried grouping mine into different sections, like kind of grouped my goals together. You can do them in like a random order or make it neat. And then this is an important one. Make sure you adjust the photos with like a certain filter to match your aesthetic. That really helped me to make it very cohesive. Okay, then just add in your keywords and your mantras, just sprinkle them in there. And finally, put some little accents in your vision board. So I put like some sunflowers. You can see that there's like pieces of ripped pages in there. That actually kind of came with the template. But yeah, anything that's just like little that represents you is super cute to add in. And it's not a vision board without the goals written down somewhere. So you can like flip it to the back and make sure you write down your goals. You want to see what your intentions were when you started it. Most importantly, put it somewhere where you're gonna see it. And print it out and put it on your makeup dresser, on your mirror. I usually just put it as my laptop background because that's what I use pretty much every day. And that is it. You guys should have a full vision board now and a full goal system. Remember, it just takes little tweaks. Just add one small extra step to what you already do, and that's what sets you up for success. If you enjoyed walking through this tutorial for goal setting, make sure you give it a like. And for more motivational fitness and mom life content, subscribe! 2026 is going to be amazing and there's so much more to come, so I'm excited. Remember to take life 1 rep at a time. Bye!